Hey, Tracy Lewis from Stuff and Things. I am solo again. Picked up my paper pumpkin, here it is. So we're simulating me driving home with it, but we're actually working today on one of our properties in town, so I'm actually going back there to spend the rest of the day working. So, stay tuned for some paper pumpkin fun. All right, I'm home, and it is officially Paper Pumpkin Day. This month's Paper Pumpkin is called May Good Things Grow. It's a special gift edition for the 5th anniversary. So let's just see what's inside. We get early espresso for our Stampin' Spot. And while I have my razor here, I'll just open it since we will be doing the create. Our stamps. Here's the gift. We have wood flowers. I will, 2, if not more. It looks like 2 sheets of wood elements. Let's look at them. A gift to say thank you. And they are very thick. Look at that. So there's that side. And 2 of the same. Very nice. Thank you. Stamp it up. The flowers. It's a happy Mother's Day. Happy birthday, hello. May good things grow all year long. What a beautiful friendship we have grown. Very nice. Okay. Oh, it's like a vintage flower theme. Very nice. I think that'll be pretty. Burgundy, green, yellow, tan, craft colors. Got some pretty ribbon. White baker's twine, very faint pink and burgundy pearls. Brads, that's awesome. Haven't seen brads in a long time. And some layer pieces. These almost like, oh, seeds. They look like seed containers. That is awesome. And it does look like you use perhaps the baker's twine to tie them closed. And you get 4 of one design and 4 of another for a total of 8 seed containers. I see 4 burgundy smaller sized card bases and 4 craft card bases. Then a bunch of die cuts. Oh, and they're even getting, so this looks like it's technical enough that they've even labeled what the pieces are for. This is for evidently card 2 and those pieces are for card 1. Oh my goodness. You know you're going to be doing a lot when you have dimensionals that big. I don't think I have ever seen a sheet of dimensionals this large ever. That is quite something. So we're in for some major work. And then some double-sided adhesive. Of course, we want to look at the instructions. All right, so I'm going to get things cut out and figure out my game plan for making the projects. It definitely looks like there are 4 different projects, so what I might do is pick one of the seed bag projects and one of the card projects to give me more pieces to play with for the alternatives. So stay tuned and I will be back for the create. All right, I'm back. I have prepped for 2 of the 4 projects, one of the seed bags and one of the cards. And I pre-cut the ribbon here, but I will start with the stamping. All right, so this is our last stamping. I am going to, so here's my trick. I know I've talked about this before, but when I'm doing smaller pieces like this, I don't need this whole hexagon shape. So I trim my dimensionals in half. And I pretty much say that every time we have these. I never know who's new to watching this. Card number 1 done. I believe what we do is you make the seed packet and the card goes inside it. Oops, except. So the seed packet is like an extra fancy envelope. And that completes the create. Here are the two projects. And then here is how I see the card fitting. And you can take the baker's twine. I made these a little tight probably. Knowing now what I know, I probably would not have gone this tight. There we go. And of course I also don't need this much twine, so I will probably trim it off. All right, so there's the back, there's the front. And now I will go off and daydream about some alternatives, get some pieces together, and come back and share with you my thoughts. All right, I thought I would go ahead and pop in for just a second to show you what I'm working on. I went ahead and cut open the one that has the lime green with the stripes, and now I am going to open up the burgundy one, and I think for the first couple of alts I will probably do, while I'm gonna use no other components. So that's my challenge to myself, is to try to come up with an interesting design that uses pieces from the kit only, but still makes a project look like an alt. Then from there I'll see. It might be that this kit has enough pieces that I can get away with only using pieces from the kit. And I might even limit myself. I'm always trying to challenge myself. So here is the other one. And then maybe I'll just try to limit to all the pieces from the kit and only use alternative cardstock, and just continue to use the pieces that come with the kit. All right, so that's my first part to show you. I have these two wonderful papers to cut up and figure out how I can utilize them. I'll be right back. All right, I am back with some alternative designs ready to go. Of course, subject to change as we put them together. This is the first one that I have put together. Most of these are birthday cards because that is what I am short the most. So this particular card is using the top of the envelope, the scalloped half circle. I like to do bunny ear bows when I'm doing baker's twine. I am not very good at the other types of bows out there, so I take my two bunny ears, cross them over, and one ear goes under and through. And there's my oversized bow that I will shrink down to the size I want it, like so. Okay, now what I want to do is pop up this happy birthday, so I am going to flip it. I plan to have it be in the bottom corner, and then I'm going to put that leaf under and pop this up and have it be on top like so. So that's my plan, and now I'll get to assembling. All right, so alternative number 1 done. Number 2, I'm going to use the scallop again. This time I'm using the green scallop. And I'm using these wood pieces. These wood pieces I think are very cute. It's going to be an interesting challenge to apply them, but we can get it done. I will probably use mono glue for that when the time comes. So this is going to be pretty simple, kind of a wainscot look. All right, so we decided not to use the wood side. I managed to run myself out of battery and out of disk space, so we've got everything fixed, and in the meantime I did some sub-assembly. We were working on this card. I had decided to use the white side. I'll show you what these are the free items that we got as the gift for the 5th anniversary, and the other side is white. I accidentally put glue on the wood side, so this flower gets to be white. I left a little goober because I wanted to explain a little bit about mono glue. Mono glue actually is somewhat, I would call it a rubber cement. When you were a kid and you'd use rubber cement, you could roll it in a ball. So it's not, even though it's white, it doesn't act like Elmer's type glue. And so it turns to a rubbery surface substance that you can just rub off with your fingers. I had a eraser. It's just this a gummy, bubbly looking yellow eraser that I'd had for probably since college, so 30 years. And I had cut it in half, and half of it was in my crop bag and half of it was in my blue guillotine, little mini guillotine. So if you don't have one of those, you can work at it with your finger and see how it's getting dirty. It is not going to ruin the paper. So if you just keep rubbing, I just wanted to show you that without really having any fancy tools, or in my case, my 30-year-old from art class eraser, you can work this glue off if you make a boo-boo. And what I did is I'd actually accidentally moved this leaf down without knowing it. So it's almost clean. I don't want to spend a ton of time. I will go ahead and spend the time a little bit later, but it is for the most part gone. This is the layout that I like. And I put a couple of pearls on it and I popped up the leaves, and I think this will be a great card. Another happy birthday for me. The third one is also somewhat put together, and it looks like this using some different pieces. And it uses Flirty Flamingo, which is the coordinating color of the little bud, and the strips. This is Flirty Flamingo here. So I'm going to go ahead and do the final assembly. I went ahead and already glued this rose down in the bottom corner. I just liked the added effect of the embellishment there. The nice thing about this kit, because we got the 5-year anniversary gift, I really do not feel I'm going to need to pull out anything more than, you know, this Flirty Flamingo cardstock. I got 4 designs done and didn't have to go and get anything more than paper, which was my goal that I had stated at the beginning. But it got easier when I realized, oh yeah, I have all those wood pieces that came as a gift. And so I'm using those wood pieces to supplement the kit itself. So there's another wonderful happy birthday card. So far, I actually think this might be my favorite. All right, and then the last one is really fun. I used the Fresh Fig is the color. I looked it up. Fresh Fig side of the seed packet. And I'm going to use this giant floral element and some wood pieces. And being that this is a heavier weight, I'm going to actually add this down below because I had it up higher, but I realized I didn't want to cover these flowers. And I am going to, because of the weight, this is a good glue to use on heavier elements. It has really good sticking power. So I will just do that. And I love how different, this just to me looks so different. I went ahead and distressed and tore the paper. I used my scissors to do that. I have demoed that a few times. And I just really like how different this kit is because of the wood that they gave us. Now the happy birthday, it bleeds a teeny tiny bit, but I still am very happy with how whimsical this looks. And it just has a vintage kind of a feel to it. Kind of almost shabby chic. All right, so this concludes my alts. I'm going to lay them all out. This time at least I managed to do one. I love vertical cards. It is my typical go-to are vertical cards, but I did make myself do one token horizontal card. I could add pearls. That's the only thing over here that I see that I could do. I'll think about that. And I could add a little, this one has Wink of Stella, if you can see it. I'm not sure. There it is. I might do a little Wink of Stella in here and pearls, but I'm going to let them mull because I am very happy with how they came out and love this particular kit with the extra wood elements given as a gift. Alright, so as soon as I concluded my 4 alts, I then thought, hey, I need to do my weekly color challenge for my creative cat crew. So I went online and I checked the colors, and they just happened to be close enough colors that I thought I would challenge myself to make a color challenge using elements from the Paper Pumpkin kit, as well as sticking with the colors for the challenge, which are Very Vanilla, Garden Green, and Daffodil Delight. So using the espresso, early espresso in place of, say, black or gray, I used the Happy Birthday from the kit. I used the free wood pieces that came as the gift. I only had to use the one yellow flower. The green leaves were too light, so I used cardstock that was Garden Green, Daffodil Delight, and then I used the light blend marker to color some ribbon in the yellow, and then behind that is the yellow dotted strip that comes in the kit that happens to be Daffodil Delight. So this is alt number 5, as well as my Creative Cat Crew Color Challenge number 49. And now I think I will for sure sign out, and I thank you for watching.